Nice, good morning. How is everybody doing? Here's your boy again, Neo. What's up, everyone? Good morning and have a wonderful, great tasting coffee together. I guess today's coffee is not bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the stock market. 3, 2, 1. Now let's go. Yahoo Finance again. I love this. Using this website is free and it is quite informative. Sometimes they filter some of the news or they interpret some of the news for you, but just ignore the noise, okay? And let's take a look at the real stuff, which is S&P 500 going up 0.53%, Dow Jones 0.6%, Nasdaq 0.75%. Oh, look at these new Allbirds shoes. OMG. Wow, looks like they are good for golf. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, the yellow pops. Oh, nice. Not the wild yellow. Yeah, vanilla yellow. Vanilla yellow. Russell 2000 is also up 1.07%. VIX is down. Remember what I said? Hey, uncles, my dear co-workers, my dear friends, and my dear peers in UC Berkeley, Cal, if you are watching, thank you for stopping by once again. But remember, 2-3 weeks ago, I start to say that I start to suggest that stock were looking for a bottom. And actually, some companies were already showing signs of bottoming. Now, why? Remember I said when the new Federal Reserve Bank will have a new chairperson, the market see it as an uncertainty. It's a huge one actually, because we do not know how the new chairperson of the Federal Reserve Bank will view our current state of economy, a good one or bad one. And then accordingly, whether he is hawkish or dovish. Am I not right? And now the market is already pricing there would be no rate cut, 0 rate cuts for the rest of this year. And now, if we have already priced in the worst case scenario, what does it mean? We can only expect better things to happen from the worst case scenario and up, right? So this is what the market is doing. It's gonna price in less than worst case scenario from now on, right? And remember what I said? The oil price surge is only temporary. Are we gonna drag on forever with the current conflict in the Middle East? No, we're not gonna drag on forever. The surge in oil price is not gonna stay forever. And this is not the first time that we see in California gasoline prices per liter. What do they use? I haven't driven a gasoline car for a while. Well, never mind. Per gallon. We have not seen per gallon gas price over $6 since 2021. Remember in 2020 and 2021, some gasoline prices at the pump were over $6 per gallon in California. So this is just a repeat. We have seen it before in California. Why are people freaking out this time? And actually, when gas prices are up, what does it mean? People tend to buy more efficient cars, which is better for advancing the overall auto industry and also helping with the electric car companies. Rivian is coming out with an R2 for their smaller SUV style electric car. It's coming out in 2 months. So it will help their sales tremendously. And Lucid has the longest range SUV in our Northern American market, which is the Gravity, up to 450 real-world miles, right? So it benefits those long-range electric cars as well. And Yeah, why not? Push the technology, go even faster at a faster pace. If we don't have outside shock, nothing happen, we are so complacent, then we are not gonna advance at a fast enough pace, right? All right, so now let's go back to what we are focusing on today. It's gonna be amazing. Rocket science. Yeah, we're gonna all be rocket scientists at the end of this video. I promise. No, I don't promise anything. Not financial advice, at least. All right, let's look at all the space company that I've been eyeing on. Some of them I have missed, such as Voyager Technology. I wish I bought it lower. And I did buy Firefly Aerospace, 800 shares. 800 shares. Wow. Man, did I buy it at the right time, right? Right under 20, and now it's 27.71. OMG, what is going on? They have an amazing report of their latest quarterly financial report. Where can I find their reports? Let's see. I think I had this right here. Global Star, Voyage, Firefly, Aerospace. Yes. So I did buy it right around here. Oh, on the 9th, yeah. Actually, not long ago, just 2 weeks ago. See, I was bottom fishing already. When the market is in great turmoil, I was already bottom fishing. You want to bottom fish when the market is at maximum uncertainty and fear. So the put versus cost ratios were 1.29, and at one point when I look at it was 1.32. So there are more people who were bearish than people who were bullish at that time, the beginning of March. March 9, March 7, March 9, you name it. And I was already bottom fishing. Why? Remember what I said in previous videos? Federal Reserve Bank chairman, the new chairman, we have just talked about whether he is dovish or hawkish, depending on his view of the current state of the economy and how he views the next couple of years where the economy will be, and the job market, right? And then now we also need, because we are entering a new year, 3 months ago, we were entering a new year. It was January 2026. Market has to come down a little bit, digest the latest news, and then try to make up some expectation if the big institutional investors that we'll be seeing this year will be continuing with the momentum of last year or not, right? So what does it mean? It means we need one more quarterly report to gauge if the companies are doing well. What happens? A lot of companies actually have been reporting that their sales have been doing wonderfully as of late. And a lot of companies actually beat both bottom and top line for their earning reports, such as Firefly Aerospace here. They just made announcements. They just announced their latest quarterly report, and it was phenomenal. Oh, you have to really digest some of these quarterly report. It is exceptional. It's like SoFi, right? SoFi beat top, bottom, and future expectation, triple beat. And look at the stock, still got punished like crazy, left and right. On PE level, on PE of 50 for a fast growth tech company, 50 PE is just normal. And SoFi should be right now sitting at roughly $30 per share as the fair value per PE. And if we include a 30 to 38% year-over increase on sales and revenue growth for the next year, SoFi should be sitting at roughly $50 per share at the end of this year, even without being invited to join S&P 500. And when, if at all, SoFi will be invited to join S&P 500, you could easily add on another 20 to 50% increase of momentum for the stock. So it is not abnormal to see SoFi over $70 per share at the end of this year if SoFi will be invited to join S&P 500. You look at Vertiv, VRT, the one that I just recommend in my third video of 15 stocks I was buying for 2026. If you remember, let's take a look at Vertiv. Do you remember what Vertiv does? Do you remember? No? Okay. Vertiv make AI data center cooling system, and they are one of the best and one of the most efficient systems. I bought it at $177 per share, right around here. This dip here, this dip. Yeah, I always buy a dip. When people are fearful, I don't care. I look at the fundamental of the company. I remain focused of the medium and long-term prospect of the company. I remain focused of the marvelous CEO, his character, his leadership, whether he continuously under-promise and over-deliver or vice versa. And this CEO of Vertiv is the same kind of character, has the same kind of characters as the CEO for SoFi Technologies. They all under-promise and over-deliver. What kind of CEO do you not like? If the company is led by this kind of CEO, why do you not like this company? Ignore all the noise, AI overspend, blah, 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 and then the stock dropped from almost 200 to 177. I just snap every share, as much as I can. As 177, I wish I could have bought more. But man, I'm over $98 per share higher now. Just in 1 month or 2 months time, right? OMG, right? If you have the insight to look at SoFi Technology, it's the same as Vertiv. The short seller is saying blah, blah, and blah, blah, blah. SoFi is misleading its investor by misappropriating how to categorize the 312 million loan, blah, blah, blah. That is not a loan, that is a sale. When you sold off your loan to third party, that is a sale. That is not a borrowing. When you sell something, when you make a sale to me, I purchase something from you. Am I lending you money? No, I am not. I'm buying a product from you. I'm buying a service from you. See, if you don't know GAAP, generally accept accounting principle, GAAP, then you will be misled by these stupid short sellers like Muddy Water, and you will be led to believe that SoFi is committing some financial fraud when they are not doing any of such stupid thing. They are making profit already. What is the incentive for SoFi Technology to commit stupid financial fraud when they don't have to? And the report of the short seller of Muddy Water went on saying, the management tried to miscommunicate intentionally all these financial transactions, and it only benefits the CEO and management with better compensation at the expense of shareholder of SoFi Technology. Oh, come on, man. You have to laugh at this one. You have to, one sec, let me sip. Oh my God, you have to laugh at this one. Do you remember Anthony Noto, CEO of SoFi Technologies, just made 2 capital raise for 2025? You remember? Yeah? Up to Q2 financial report, up to Q3 financial report. You remember? Yeah? You remember? Now, after they dilute the shareholder like you and me, right? They raise 1 billion, this and that, by selling more treasury share and then diluting the existing shareholders. So now per share, now before the dilution, it was only about 1.08 billion shares outstanding. And now we have almost 1.3 billion shares outstanding. Give me one sec. It's stopping. Okay. Now, we now have, after all these two dilutions and capital raises, we have more outstanding shares out there. 1.3 billion outstanding shares versus before it was 1.08 billion. What does it mean? For example, if you have a pie, if you have a pizza, right? 8 slices, right? Why you only make 4 slices. You only make 4 slices. If the pizza is worth $10, now each pie, instead of getting that pie, you get 1/4 of the $10, which is $2.50. Now you have more slices. Instead of just 4, now you increase the share count, you increase the pie count, the pie from 4 to 5. So meaning you make 5 slices instead of just 4 slices, you have 5 slices now. The same $10, each slice you get only $2, not $2.50 anymore. So it's actually decreased. So if Anthony Noto has compensation of, let's say, 10,000 shares of SoFi Technology, if SoFi will reach $30 per share, let's say, then each share Anthony Noto is getting less in compensation per share. Just as how we described in the pizza example. Then why the management, why the short seller accuse the management is doing something to benefit themselves and benefit their compensation at the expense of shareholders of SoFi Technologies? No, actually they do not benefit. They do not benefit. They are doing everything to lower the borrowing cost, to lower the interest cost for their capital, which they can use to lend out to make even more profit. And as a matter of fact, even with all this dilution, what did SoFi report? The income per share remained at 38 cents. Yeah, 38 cents for the whole year. It didn't change. That means it's actually, when you look at it, you have 4 slices. Each slice is $2.50 to make up that $10. Now SoFi, instead of just 4 slices of pizza, they make 5 slices. And each pizza is still worth $2.50. That means the whole pizza now go up from, the value go up for the whole entire pipe of the pizza from $10 to $12.50. That's why from 4 slices to 5 slices, you still get $2.50 when you get the 5 slice pizza. When you get from that 5 slice pizza. Right? So actually, SoFi is making more profit because of the reduced interest cost for the capital, which they can lend out to more borrowers. It's actually helping the long-term growth of SoFi and helping more return of equity for each share to each individual investors like you and me for SoFi Technologies. All those mumbo jumbo of short seller, muddy water, Carson Blog or whatever his stupid name. Oh man, if you listen 1 minute more to him, you have lost 1 more minute in your life. It's precious. Don't listen to those short sellers. I have gone through all these things, attack from short sellers left and right, when Amazon was the most short company in I think it was 2005, 2006, 2007. And man, I have lived through that and I know everything. what the short sellers are good at. They are good at scamming people and getting people become fearful when they don't need to. All right, so let's focus back to this wonderful uptrend. Look at that, our Vertiv. So they do amazing job on cooling the AI data center systems. In my next video, I'm gonna discuss a lot of stuff of AI, especially AI data center, infrastructure, energy that go along with the AI data center, and all the different marvelous technology testing facilities, silicon, you name it, everything relates to AI data center and the infrastructure. We will be talking a lot more in the next videos, okay? It's gonna be amazing, people. It's gonna be amazing. And SoFi is my core central investment theme. Everything surround around SoFi for the financial world. Just like how everything revolves around Amazon in the commerce world. You don't see it, you don't see it. You see it, you will gain marvelously. Not financial advice, not financial advice. I never financially advise anyone to do anything. You must do your own due diligence or research. Okay, ASTS. We have this. We have 100 share of this company as well. Where are they now? 97. Oh man. Now, people only know SpaceX, right? What is so good about SpaceX? Rather than they are largely overvalued, just like Tesla. Because people only know them. People only know these companies. They don't do their own due diligence. They don't do their own research. But in my next video, we will talk more about also not just AI data center related stuff, but we will also talk about more about space related stuff. It is gonna be amazing. There's so many things to learn in this world. If we stop learning, we stop looking for opportunities. Let it come to you one more time. If we stop learning, we stop looking for opportunities. You stop looking for opportunities, you won't be a great investor. Period. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I constantly said it to myself. Okay, now people come back and Planet Labs, right? Is another company that I've been eyeing on, but I never bought a share of them. Boy, do you know what I have missed? Let's see, PL. Hey, I thought it was right here. Okay, never mind. You know what I have missed? Come on. I was looking at it last June, August, from 6 to 36, 6x in half a year time or more than half a year time. 6x. Whew. And I will talk about all these companies, ASTS, Planet Lab, Global Star, Rocket Lab, even SpaceX, Firefly, a couple more. Virgin Galactic, that one. Oh my goodness. All right, and Lockheed Martin, NASA, all the deals and no deals, all the future advances in space and all the planned infrastructure built out for space tourism. Oh man, you're gonna love it. We learn together, bro and sis. Hey, we learn together. I'm not the best. I don't know everything, right? I'm also learning. By investing, I'm also learning. I learn each new company, one company at a time, and one technology at a time, and we're gonna get there. As long as we are ahead, one step ahead of most investors, we are ahead. And yeah. Let's talk about Firefly Aerospace. Sorry. Wow, it's in my flow, my gosh. Firefly. Moon landing. Firefly Aerospace is the only privately owned company which has the capability to land its own devices on the moon. That is Firefly Aerospace. FLY is the ticker symbol. I have 800 shares of this company, and I believe this company will one day rival SpaceX. Not quite yet, okay? Not quite yet. It's more like Lucid versus Tesla. Okay? So they still need some time to catch up, but they are closing the gap by the day, by the quarter, by the year. But these stocks are today's movers: Supermicro, Dell, Planet Labs, Solar Edge, Xpeng, York Space System, and actually it also talk about Firefly. It was one of the in this yeah, it doesn't show everything here. Q4 earning report highlights. I keep on talking about other stuff because I'm so excited because I know the market is bottoming or trying to look for bottoms. It is so much value to be had. When other people are fearful, they keep on dumping. If you keep your clear head, you see opportunities everywhere. Firefly more than double 2025 revenue to record 160 million. If they continue to double, it only takes 2.5 more years to reach 1 billion. That is where Rocket Lab is aiming for 2026. In 2.5 more years, they will be the next Rocket Lab. And both Firefly and Rocket Labs are gaining traction with their governmental contract and defense contract, which we will also discuss in the next videos. Because these videos, I don't have much time. I really... Oh man, 9:37 a.m. Ooh. Okay. And finished the Q4 with about 893 million in cash. Wonderful. And a 1.4 billion backlog. 1.4 billion backlog. And I believe Rocket Lab have how much backlog? Let's see. Rocket Lab has how much backlog? Boom. I love using AI. It saves so much time. I'm so sorry, guys. I could have gone to Rocket Lab website, right, and search for it. But if I search, it's going to be another 15 minutes. So, man, it's just 15 seconds here. Okay, 2 billion as of March 2026. Only 2 billion. And you compare that with Firefly. Firefly has 1.4 billion already. It's not big of a difference. Even though when you look at the market cap, I'm sorry, I should have everything ready, right? Okay, Rocket Lab market cap. Oh, they rhyme. Rocket cap market. Oh, 41.50 billion. And then what about Firefly Aerospace market cap? 3.84, so it's about 11x, 12x. So, see, for the last 12 months, Rocket Lab gone up, well, yeah, 3.5x. Firefly. Oh, we can look at it here. Oh, but let's focus on the Firefly hasn't gone up that much yet. They just went IPO at around 40, I think. We can, well, chart. Oops. Oh, here. Give me Grockles. Those are not flies. So they went IPO at around 60. And then they dropped to the bottom here. Got my attention at 16. But I really want to buy it when it dipped below 10, which it didn't. Because the company announced they just land on moon. And it shot up, see? After landing on moon, they shot up. Wow. 100% almost. It was more than 100% actually. From 16 something, 16 to 30, almost 34. Yeah, from 16 something. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. And now they are trying to go up if they can. So this acts as a ceiling, about 34. It is a ceiling. So if this time they go past 34, go past it, man. But normally a stock would treat the ceiling as very difficult to pass. So they will try 2 times. The third time, they would normally pass it. So now this is the second time Firefly is trying to pass that 34-ish. So I would think this time they would touch it a little and then go back down to maybe 25 to 28 and then stay there for a little bit, and then the next time if they will just pass it and the rest would be history, they would continue to go up to 60 by the end of the year. That's my belief. Yeah, all the rocket stocks are crazy. They are really rocketing up. And finished Q4 with about 894 million in cash and a 1.4 billion backlog, and guide 2026 revenues of 420 to 450 millions with roughly 80% already booked. 80% of it was already booked. It's a sure thing. It's actually more than sure thing, but nothing is financial advice. The SciTech acquisition adds AI-enabled defense software. Remember what I said? They are gaining traction with governmental defense contracts. More will be coming. They have to launch so many satellites to the orbit. Low orbits, medium orbits, high orbits, and they have their future moon missions, and then they will be building out their space stations along different routes, not just one route, different routes, different routes. One route is to Mars. You don't believe it, then you don't see it coming. You don't see it coming, you don't believe in this company, then you don't invest in this company. That's simple. It's like last year, I wasn't believing in Rocket Lab enough. Otherwise, I would have enjoyed the 3.5x return now. Because I was thinking, it really takes a lot of effort, right? Because you see a lot of rockets, they explode. Even SpaceX has many times their rockets explode. It's not an easy mission. I know we can get there, but it's not an easy mission. While there are so many companies like SoFi, like Robinhood, like Palantir, like AppLovin, they are making huge profits and increasing profits. Then why don't I just put more focus on those profitable company with high growth rather than these money-losing company? But who knows now? It's hot because it's related to defense and governmental contracts. So they become very hot. And we want to be superior in space technology compared to the rest of the world, especially China, because they are catching up fast. China even have their own reusable rockets now. They deny it, but they do have it. But they still have to test that though. Yeah, for sure. But they have the technologies already. They have tried it on a very small scale down rocket and it works, but they just don't announce it. They don't want you to know it. Much as their robots. Once you know it, they already surpass even the Tesla ones. They can do dance, they can grab weapons. Not weapons, but in the show they have those rocks and they can do all the Bruce Lee stunts, and black flip, walk up the wall, back flips. Crazy. Ask Tesla robots to do that. And they already have AI. There is no human behind the robot. You talk to the robot is actually using AI to have a nice conversation with you. Are there any AI-enabled conversations in our Tesla cars? No. If Tesla has that capability, you think they would not let the owner of Tesla cars to use that? You look at Amazon, they already have Alexa for us, in-house AI assistants. You look at Google, they already have AI assistant, in-house AI assistant for us. Does Tesla has in-car AI assistant for us? No. Man, we are 2026 already. Ah, man. And Tesla is at best at the same step, at the same pace as other big company when it comes to AI development. Why? Does Tesla already has its own AI data center? No, they are still building it. They don't even have the means to process the data. Then how can they have all these features for you and me? They don't even have access to quantum computing, while Amazon and Google have already had access to quantum computing. NVIDIA has access to quantum computing, and NVIDIA will be incorporating quantum computing in the upcoming AI chips. So company can have a hybrid system of using classical computer and quantum computing at the same time. See, that's when we stop learning. We stop seeing opportunities. Right? We always have to continue to learn new things. Don't focus on just one company. Do not focus on just one company and think that this company is your ticket to everything. No, even me, I love Tesla before, and now I find our SoFi is even better. Always under promise, always over deliver. Just like Amazon, always under promise and over deliver. Man, I love this CEO. They focus on doing, not saying. Okay, done. I'm not like this normally. Well, I just want to do that. Oh man. Okay, operational momentum includes a successful return to flight on Alpha Flight 7. Yes, they have an Alpha series rocket. This is their 7th times of flying it, and they succeed in it. One is successful, is certified, done deal. They will be moving on to the next bigger rocket. And the next bigger rocket, the payload will be enhanced, will be able to enhance the profitability, top and bottom line for the company as well. It's gonna be crazy. It's the next Rocket Lab in the making. And Rocket Lab is chasing SpaceX. So both of these two companies are chasing SpaceX. If you will, kind of, they differ in some of their how they carry out the missions, but they are more or less aiming for the same assignment. Okay, 2 upgrades and pave. So that Alpha Flight 7 was successful, and that the risk Block 2 upgrades and paved the way for 4 Alpha launches in 2026. See, so now 4 launches. If all of them will be successful, wow, their revenue will come in like very, very nicely. Remember, they have 80% booked already. Holy smoky. While the Blue Ghost lunar program and Elytra orbiter reach key structural integration and design renewal milestones. So they also have the Blue Ghost lunar program to land more often on the moon. And NASA is, NASA is their huge client. So if that is the case, NASA would not depend so much on SpaceX. Do I bring enough? You get the message? Okay, good. And now, one more thing. Firefly is the only space company, rocket flying company, where you can let them know 24 hours ahead of time for your next payload. Then they can help you fire your payload to orbits in 24 hours. It's the most efficiently run company in the entire aerospace industry. SpaceX can do it. SpaceX use reusable rockets. They use highly liquid-cooled fuel, which need to be injected just minutes or hours right before the flight start. So, but for this, they don't have to do that. It's not renewable rocket. They can have the fuel inside the rocket days before anything, before they need to fly the rocket. So in terms of that, they can continuously refill, let the fuel stay inside the rocket for a few days. And if NASA say, hey, I need you to help fire a payload up within the next 30 hours, 24 hours, they can do it right away. It's not that costly to them. But in order for SpaceX to do it, it's very costly. SpaceX, you have to give them the timeline when to do it. Called a cadence, C-A-D-E-N-S-E, right? Do I have it correct? Let's see. Cadence, yeah. Cadence of rocket. Let's see. Let's learn together. Rocket launch cadence, yeah. Referring to the frequency and consistency of orbital deployments, is accelerating rapidly with industry leaders like Rocket Lab achieving launches within 6 days. This high tempo aims for 24 hours turnaround capabilities to meet growing commercial demand, which Firefly can do 24 hours. As seen with SpaceX 165 missions in 2025 and new entrants aiming for higher consistent rate. Oh, these are turnaround, so the rocket after it used the next 24 hours. Oh, so I mixed it up, sorry. All right, and it doesn't talk about Firefly yet. Oh well, while we are at it, why not continue, right? Key insights on modern launch cadence. Rocket Lab accelerated cadence with multi-pad, multi-country capabilities, achieving 2 launches within 6 days, March 2026. SpaceX maintaining a packed schedule from 2026 to 2029 with 165 missions in 2025. Talking about this. The schedule is so packed. So that's why it leaves a lot of room for both Rocket Lab and Firefly to capture a lot of NASA deals. Because NASA, they say, oh, I need you to help me fly this in the next 24 hours or in the next 2 days. Both Rocket Lab and Firefly have the capability to help rather than wait for SpaceX. They are so packed until 2029, you cannot even have your stuff to be flying to space until 2029. Crazy. Okay, so future trends. Developing rockets like Neutron by Rocket Lab, the bigger rocket from Rocket Lab, aim for rapid 24-hour turnaround to increase operational reliability. Industry goals. Increased cadence is essential for building space infrastructure with companies prioritizing high-volume satellite deployment. Operational cadence milestones. Rapid deployment, multiple launches within 1 week, increasing capacity for commercial and defense customers. Turnaround times aiming to lower the bottleneck between launches, shifting focus to medium lift capabilities. So SpaceX used huge rockets, right? So both Rocket Lab and Fireflies use smaller rockets, so they can have more frequent launches. Turnaround times aiming to lower the bottlenecks, right? This is the bottlenecks, right? Turnaround time. So these both companies, both of them aims to lower the bottlenecks between launches. Space infrastructure, high-frequency launches are essential for building constellation systems in orbit. Of course, the maintenance is quite high. You have thousands of these circulating what have you satellites in the orbit, low, medium, high orbit. So yeah, there are a lot of maintenance. You have to fly a lot of new stuff up, and a lot of old stuff will have to torn down in space or what have you. The industry's push for high cadence is a key indicator of maturation in space technology, shifting from single product launches to consistent infrastructure delivery. Kind of like UPS, if you will. It's like UPS for space, right? For satellites. So yeah. This is gonna be exciting, right? Exciting stuff, yeah. All right, guys. I believe. Okay, let me talk about what I think for the rest of the year for Firefly before we. Let's see. So it started at 60 when it first IPO. Actually, 73.80. Oh, I thought when I look at it, it was only 60. It was September. Huh. Wow, it was actually 73.80. Maybe some after hour stuff, but still, 73.80 is 73.80. Wow. Okay, so in terms of all this, right, they have a backlog of 1.2 billion, and now they are only 4.45 billion. I believe by 2027, they probably will have a backlog of close to 2 billion or plus. And I will give it a 3x of the backlog, which is 6 billion market cap, if they will achieve 2 billion. Because right now they have 1.4 and 3x is actually about 4.4, 4.2, 4.4. So right now they should be fairly valued. But if the backlog does go up, and then depending on the next moon landing mission, will it be successful, and also the next rocket that we just talked about, if that one will be tested successfully, this company is gonna fly. It's gonna be the next Rocket Lab. Let's take a look at Rocket Lab the last 5 years. I bought at here, actually 2022, I bought some, but it was so flat for the next 2 years. I sold off in 2024, probably around 5 or 6. Because I look at it, it is like this, right? 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. And then if it goes to almost 6, I just sold. Because remember what I said, that if that one is the ceiling like this, right? 6 something, 7, 6 something. If it go to 6, then I really want to sell and wait for it to come down again. Then the third time will go up. But you know what? I make the wrong calculation. This is 1 time, 2 time. This is actually the 3rd time. Remember what I said? The 3rd time it will pass through the ceiling. So it did pass through. So I make the wrong calculation, and I missed out from 6 something all the way to now. Wow. 12x. But I did got 12x from App Loving, if you remember. So I should be fine. But now I have Firefly. Firefly should be enjoying this similar pattern. But look how volatile it is. From 7, if they have a successful launch or testing, then 7 to 30. Then if they have a deadline miss, to fly the next rocket, then they will drop. Some during testing phase, something goes wrong, they will drop. And then once they are back on their feet, with the testing and doing well again, then it will go up again. And then after the next few launch and they have more profitability and then or higher sales, then now they rocket higher again. And then they have a delay, and then they have higher sale and fly again, So this constantly is low and high, but in the long run it's still going up, okay? So this is the characteristics of rocket stocks. Because if they have delay, their stocks react negatively. Then once they are getting back on their feet with the launch schedule, then everything is good to go again. And then they will shoot up crazily. All right, so guys, welcome thank you very much for your support. Your constant support means so much to me. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe. I want to stay anonymous. I don't want to be famous. I wish one day you and I will be having fun together once we all become millionaires. I don't care if other people know me or not. I do not need a dime from you. So if you receive anything from email or from YouTube that asks for your support, financial support, those are scams. Those are as scammy as the short sellers. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, have a wonderful rest of the day. Right now it's almost 10. Cheers, guys. Have a nice sip of a coffee. Refreshing. Coconut flavor. Coconut. Good stuff.